Welcome Libra, we're doing your May 2025 tarot forecast. It is a general reading, so always trust yourself on what resonates, leave what does not. Big welcome to those that are new to my channel, those that follow me regularly, love your support. If you do enjoy my readings, make sure to subscribe to my channel, show the love, hit that like button and the notification bell to get notified when your next star sign readings up on my channel. I will just mention YouTube have recently started dubbing creator videos into different languages. So if you are watching this in a different language, and you want to watch the original version, it is the English version. So you can change that in the settings on the video top right hand corner. You can also slow the speed of the video down. And this reading is for wherever Libra is in your birth chart, sun, moon, rising sign. And if you're cross watching, big welcome. Let's dive in. So first up, let's pull you essential energy from the beautiful Precious Gems Oracle. Oh, this is gorgeous. You ready? You've pulled Sea Opal, which is opalite. It's very gorgeous. It's all about yin and yang, so being in balance. Now, opalite, which I do have some here. Let me bring it up for you. It's a gorgeous stone. I got my first opalite stone in New Zealand. You can buy it anywhere, really. It's a mixture. It kind of is opalescent, but it reflects blues, yellows, greens, purples off it. I think we'll put it one here. It's often a traveler's stone, so it protects those that are traveling. Yin and yang is the balance between the masculine and feminine energy. So balancing both sides of self, when to take action, when to rest. Being in flow with the feminine energy, which is your creativity, your inner child, your emotional side. The masculine energy allows the creative side to come to life. It's our getting things done energy, our taking action energy, balancing both of those. Amp that up with some crystals. All right, let's have a look at 4 key areas of focus for your reading, and then we'll pull you lots of clarifiers. Okay, you've got standstill here. There's an egret with a very still lake there. So there could be some delays and obstacles to your path. And Spirit's saying instead of that stopping you completely, figure out a way to go around them. And there are going to be moments of stillness. So there is going to be times when you're not going to be able to push forward, Libra. You're going to have to take some quiet time out and be patient. And you are going to get the enlightenment that you seek, the answers you seek. Literally every card that's come out of here, apart from the center one, is related to water energy. So being in flow. I mean, water can also be stagnant, can't it? So you've got a mix of both of those. You do have the power of the universe behind you trying to help you. Let's pull you some spiritual guidance. Okay, you've got the storyteller, which says you're the narrator of your own life. So it's reminding you that you're in charge of your life. Even when there's delays and obstacles to your path, you're in charge of moving around those obstacles and figuring out a way to navigate your life. And you've got the goddess of balance, which is creating equal balance relationships in your life. It's completely related to you getting enlightenment about that. So you may be recognizing instances where relationships are out of balance. You're either giving too much, not giving enough. Someone's taking advantage. There could be some long-term relationships that have been out of balance for a while. And Spirit's saying going forward, it's about creating equal balance relationships in your life, whether it's in the workplace, friendship, family, love. And you've got the Jade Star, which is all about surrender. Now, that represents the green, represents the heart chakra. Letting go with self-compassion. So there's situations where possibly didn't go the way you wanted to, possibly didn't show up in the best way, made an unwise choice. Spirit saying it's time for you to let that go. Be kind to yourself. Oh yeah, because you've also got the Amber Star, which represents the sacral chakra, back of the sacral chakra, meaning there's attachments you're still holding on to. I surrender and allow myself to grieve. There's situations where your path was blocked. It's like you couldn't go that way. No, Spirit's saying recognize you can't go that way. It's not your path meant to go that way. So whatever it is, it's ended. There's another path you need to forge in a new direction. Okay, let's put you some clarifiers, Libra. Firstly, having a look at obstacles and blockages in your path. Spirit's saying you're the narrator of your own life. It's up to you where you go, what direction you take. Okay, some of you are experiencing financial constraints right now, so trying to work through that issue in your life. And Spirit's saying you need to trust your heart. You know what to do. Okay, there's also a love interest here or wanting to be in a love relationship. Let's have a look at the financial constraints. Okay, and you got the angel of love sitting over the top of it. Some of you want love, but your finances are not balanced. It's going to take some time to sort that situation out, Spirit saying. Let's have a look at you being in moments of stillness where you're not going to be able to do anything. Yeah. Spirit saying instead of rushing forward, some of you are trying to rush out of a situation or feeling and trying to open up the door to love when in fact your finances are not great and there's some emotional healing that needs to happen. You've got a broken heart here. Spirit saying you need to take some time in stillness to clear this energy, work through your feelings, heal, recover. Yeah, because you've got the door to personal healing and happiness that wants to open for you. That's a conscious choice to open that door. Sometimes, you know, and I'll give you an example because it doesn't relate to everyone, but can be a pattern of relating that when you come out of a relationship that you want to jump straight back into another one because you just want to bury your feelings and feel wanted or loved by someone when in fact you're carrying around a whole lot of wounding. All you're doing is taking that wounding into the next relationship, or you're just trying to appease some vulnerability and emotional distress by connecting with someone else, right? And it doesn't really matter who it is, you're just trying to connect with someone else, which is not going to serve them because you're not showing up in the best way or with the best intentions. Be mindful of that. You can also jump straight into a toxic relationship because you're unhealed, which means you attract someone who's unhealed and wounded as well. Spirit's saying the healing you need to do relates to you speaking your truth and expressing yourself more. The throat chakras come out there. Could also be honest that if you've met somebody and you've just come out of something and you're not balanced in certain areas, you need to speak your truth. Let's have a look at this broken heart. Okay. Got a message that you need to be very practical and balanced about that. Let's have a look at you getting enlightenment about creating balanced, equal relationships in your life. No wonder this lesson's coming out. Yeah, Spirit's saying you need to be in your higher states of consciousness, the crown chakra. You're going to operate best at that level. Things are going to turn out better for you. And you've got the door to spirit opening. So some of you may be exploring your spiritual side more. They're trying to communicate with you. It's part of your healing process. And you need to boost up your life force energy, your solar plexus chakra, your vitality. Let's have a look at you letting go with self-compassion directly related to the heart chakra. Some of you need to seek a healer of the ages. Some of you need to seek a counselor or psychology to talk through the experiences you've gone through. Then it's going to help you open up your intuition more, trust yourself more. Help you see things in a clear, grounded way. And you need to take some time out to step back and rest and relax and totally switch off. Let's have a look at the power of the universe behind you. Oh, yeah. There is some anxiety and worry going on. Not surprised that's there. And Spirit's saying you need to bring yourself into balance. That's your whole reading, darlings. It's bringing yourself into balance. And again, your intuitions come out on top of your intuition. When you're in balance, you're going to be able to fully trust yourself. When you're out of balance, you're going to make irrational decisions. Let's have a look at this anxiety. It's because you're at a crossroads. You don't know which path to take. Sometimes when we're in that energy, we need to step back. You do have a lot of doors and options before you, so possibly too many options, too many things you're thinking about right now. Let's have a look at you surrendering and letting yourself grieve, which is what needs to happen. Because what happens when we shove stuff down and try and just continue with life like it didn't happen? It sits there. It doesn't go anywhere, darlings. It sits there. So we're saying, let it out, release it. You can do that in a very healthy way. Okay. We're saying connecting with your friends would be good. Part of your healing. You do want to open up that door to romance. You need to cleanse your energy first, but, you know, that's up to you. Yeah, and you need to be in balance between your yin and yang, your masculine energy, feminine energy, right in the center of your reading again. When we're out of balance in both, we're in a state of confusion. Be mindful if you're out of balance in both the masculine and feminine energy, because that is a problem, darling. All right, let's pull some guidance from the Goddess Guidance deck. Let's have a look at the blockages in your path, which is really for you instead of, part of it's your finances are not looking good right now, and some of you want to rush into a love situation. Spirit's saying you're the narrator of your own life. Okay, you've got to say no to things, Spirit's saying, around your time and energy, and put healthy boundaries in place right now. Okay, and it's time for you to decide what you want to kick off next. You got fertility there. So what new things do you need to change or kick off in your life? Spirit's saying you're divinely protected by Spirit right now. They are watching over you. So I don't know if there's somebody that's trying to come into your life as a love interest, or you're the impetus of trying to seek someone in a love connection. Because if someone's putting pressure on you and you're not ready for a love relationship, you need to speak up and say that. Let's have a look at you spending quiet time in stillness to address what's going on in the heart chakra. Open up that door to healing. Be very practical. Some of you need to speak your truth. Okay. Spirit's saying what you're going through is going to take some time. It's not going to be a quick fix. There is abundance coming into your life, right? The energy is there for you to tap into. And there is fairness coming, fairness and justice. So I don't know if you're going through something in the legal system where you're waiting on some kind of outcome or settlement. Let's have a look at you getting enlightenment about creating equal balance relationships in your life. Spirit's saying you need to be in the crown chakra, higher states of consciousness. Boost up your vitality. Do your spiritual practices. You need to come back to a place of peace. You need to be in relationships that bring you a sense of peace. And right now is the time for you to focus on what you're passionate about and what's going to make you happy. Getting clear on that. And there is a focus on home and stability right now. Let's have a look at this side where there is a need to face your emotional waters and cleanse your energy and heal from the past. Spend some time with your friends. Everything here is about balance before you open up that door to love. Yeah, you've got to focus on managing your emotions, your energy levels. Paying attention to when you need to step back and take some rest. Doing things creative would be really good for you. Art or music in your time off. And open up to receive versus giving so much. Mostly it's receiving from the universe, asking for help if you need it. Well, let's pull you some healing messages from the Crystal Healing deck. Oh, yeah. Some of you need to face your shadow side. Some of you are unwilling to face your shadow side. So the shadow side is going to ask you to be accountable and face the truth about situations you've made choices in, got yourself into, things where you need to grow and transform. And you need to be really flexible and patient at this time. This process is going to take longer than you think it will. You're on a healing journey. There's also some past life karmic imprints coming up for you, which is life lessons that need to be learned Ways of relating. So you've been in, basically what Spirit's saying was trying to heal here is how you show up in relationships, who you choose as love partners, where you're getting into love relationships that are imbalanced. How can you balance them? Not only from your perspective in terms of what you're putting into a relationship, also who you're choosing as love partners and what they're putting into relationships. There's a big imbalance going on here. And it can be also all relationships with people in your life. You need to regularly ground your energy at this time. Which means not engaging in situations where you're not going to get your needs met, but also you're meeting the needs of others. There's got to be that equal give and take, so that not one person's giving too much in a situation and somebody's unrealistically putting expectations on you where they should be looking after themselves. What does that look like? It looks like adult children who need to step into their power. It looks like a partner that needs to look after themselves financially versus putting that pressure on you. Those kind of things. Are both people emotionally open and loving in a connection? All right, let's pull you some messages from your spirit team. Yeah, Spirit's saying you need to see the truth in situations and face the truth. It's directly related to where you're at right now emotionally, what you need to work through, and be without malice. So if you're feeling really resentful or hostile towards someone because of what's happened, Spirit's saying you got to release that because it's not going to serve you. That's just going to sit as a pit of dark energy within self. Particularly if you're going through a legal battle of any kind, it's more important for you to nourish your soul at this time. And change is unavoidable, absolutely wants to happen, is going to happen in your life. All right, let's pull you some guidance from the Pegasus Oracle. Oh, of course. Oh, you ready? Look at that. You've pulled the Black Pegasus. I'm not surprised that's come out. Can represent protection. It says Libra. The Black Pegasus, our fierce and loving protector and spiritual guardian, brings a message of deep comfort and reassurance. Sometimes negativity in us or around us can become so dense that positive energy and lightness of heart cannot seem to penetrate. We feel disconnected from the light, from hope, from clarity, from peace. In such times, Pegasus assumes the form necessary to ensure your safe passage through even the darkest night of the soul. He is always by your side. His love is unfailing in its presence and strength. Even when your conscious mind does not recognize it, his sacred protection of your soul is engaged and powerful. We cannot know the scope of divine protection, nor what is deflected through divine intervention, but we can realize that whatever is not necessary for our growth is shielded from us. The Black Pegasus is the wild spirit of divine masculine, ferociously protective, blocking the progress of anything or anyone unworthy of the soul. He watches over you, trusting you shall conquer your struggles. And he is there to remind you that you have the courage, the wisdom and strength to do so. Have faith that you are held in a sacred field of grace. It ensures you will rise from the darkness and will once again find yourself in the peaceful and welcoming light of a new day. Perfect for your reading, darlings. Yes. All right, those are your messages. Take it easy. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.